Hi, my name is Ian Klasowiak, and I am here with Close Guitar Tech Videos. So, today we're going to be talking about how to troubleshoot the pickups in the ukulele. We have two types of pickups. We have the Kula, which is in our deluxe model, and we have the Sonotone, the Fishman Sonotone, which is in our acoustic electric model. Fishman has already done a very good job designing them, and they work very well. They're durable, and they last a long time. I'm going to start out with some of the first troubleshooting issues that you might have. One, the battery might be dead. If your battery is dead or if it's low, it could be causing issues. That's probably the first thing you want to check. We have a video on how to replace the battery. See below in our other videos. The next thing you want to check is the knobs. If your volume knob is all the way down, then you're clearly not going to get a sound coming out. So check your knobs. On the Kula, we have the volume knobs. We also have a button for the tuner. So if the button is pressed in, then you won't be able to hear the sound coming out of your amplifier. So make sure that the button is not pressed in. Another thing you want to know with the button is that if you do press the button and let it sit like that, then it can drain your battery faster than you would like. The next thing you want to check is the saddle. The way the saddle works is that the strings push down on the saddle. The string pushes the saddle this way, in this direction, about 45 degrees. And if it's pressing in that direction too much, then it can cause excess friction on the walls of the bridge and restrict the downward vibration, which is necessary to transmit the sound into this pickup. So a very easy solution is to literally take something flat like this piece of plastic from this capo or something else that's flat, and literally you just push the saddle back like this in between the strings, and that most likely will fix the issue that you might be having with different volumes on different strings. The other issue you might have is a buzz or some kind of vibration or something like that, and that could be caused by the wires inside the ukulele. So sticking your fingers in, moving the wires around, maybe moving the battery pack around a little bit might solve that problem. The Kula also has 4 screws right here. Sometimes all it takes is taking a screwdriver, tightening those screws a little bit, and that could solve your issue. Now lastly, if any of those things don't work, then you might want to take apart the bridge, loosen the strings, take the saddle apart, and what you want to do for that is you want to take a capo, you want to put on the first fret so they can hold the strings in place, and you want to loosen the strings. So I'm going to do that now. So now that I've taken most of the tension out of the strings, I'm ready to take the saddle out and see what else is going on here. So the saddle is out, and I'm going to explain a couple things about how all this works. The saddle for every ukulele is precision ground to the nearest quarter of a millimeter. It's extremely precise so that you have really good action when you're playing the ukulele. The bottom of the saddle also has to be very flat. So you could take a ruler and you can hold it up to the light to check if there's any waviness or if it's not flat or anything like that. The next thing you want to do is you just want to blow in this area. So I'm just going to blow in there. If there's any dust or sand or anything weird going on there, I'm going to blow it out. Next thing you want to do is you want to inspect the pickup. The pickup looks like this, and it should be on the entire bottom of the saddle. If the pickup has a gap on one end, then you're going to want to recenter the saddle so that it is underneath every single string. This saddle was looking perfect, and I'm going to put it all back together. So a couple other things you might want to know about the pickup and everything is the bottom of the bridge has to be extremely flat as well. We mentioned already that the bottom of the saddle has to be flat, but so does the bottom of the saddle slot in the bridge. Another thing you need to know is that half the saddle should be above the bridge surface and half the saddle should be below. It should be about 50%. It doesn't have to be exact, but in general, that's kind of what you shoot for. If there are some other issues after you've tried all these things, you might want to just take the strings out and look a little bit deeper into what's going on in there. But in general, 99.9% of the issues are solved by exactly what we already discussed in these videos. So I'm going to take the saddle, I'm going to put it back in the slot. Everything looks clean and looks like it's in the right place, so it should work great. And we're going to check it out. Next, I'm going to tighten the strings up. I'm going to bring it to about half the tension. I don't want to go over the top because it might pop a string. Now that the strings are halfway tuned, I'm going to take the capo off. I can take a flat piece of plastic or something similar to this, and I'm going to push the saddle back to make sure that it's set in correctly. And now I'm ready to finish tuning the ukulele, and it's basically ready to go. Thanks for watching our video on how to troubleshoot your ukulele pickups. Feel free to watch some of our other videos, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks. See you next time.